Good morning, everyone. My name is Han. Thank you for joining my thesis final presentation. My topic is data-driven 3D object design, methodology, and application. Today, I will share my research and developments, result, and experience from three stages. The first one is methodology, including principle and program exploring. The next stage is about application tests, including public installation and social media. In the end of my presentation, I will also briefly introduce the future continuing research and opportunities. For my thesis, my first motivation is exploring a new design method to assign the designer's decision-making right and export unexpected result. And I believe in this process, we may cooperate with artificial intelligence for using its ability, such as computing power and generative. In the beginning of this project, for generated unexpected result, I've tried to use many different databases to export the outcome, such as music, words, and spiderweb. At the same time, I did lots of research about the field that I'm studying. There are already some artists and designers are working with this area. People call it data-driven generative design, but most of them are working with exporting 2D objects. I think the most successful one is John, who is working at MIT. He held a project called DBN, which means Design by Numbers. Basically, the project is using a set of the number to generate a design automatically. Therefore, after I've done some simulation and experiments, I gradually summed up a flowchart and hoping to make the whole process automatically. I started to plan how program works and tried to make it happen based on the Max MSP platform. However, as the one who has no experience with computer science, I have to treat it as a long-term project to work with other CS professionals. Then, I started to think about the details of the generative operation and how to use this method in the real world. By chance, I found to use air quality as the database is an interesting simulation. Using the Beijing air quality as an example, Beijing is suffering the air pollution for a long time. This negative fact mattered to everyone in Beijing because it started from them. For changing this situation, we need to remind people and guide them to do self-examination. So, based on my generative operation, I added the reflecting effect into the output. The database generated the object becoming fluctuating and make the people's reflection in the object becoming distorting. I thought it has the potential to educate people subtly, and the object could have a more attractive appearance. In my recent simulation, I continued to use Beijing's AQI change from January 1st, 2014 to the last day of 2020. To get the accurate history report, I collected the data from the professional website. The first step of generative operation is split the 2D sketch as 12 equal segments. Then, use each month's average AQI data to drive the length of radius. Once I have 12 months radius, I started to use the spline curve to connect each lens vertex. And this is the 2D sketch of 2014 Beijing monthly AQI data. After that, I used the same operation to the other year's data and layered them together. Finally, I used each 2D sketch as tomography and looped them together. Here is the whole process of generating operation. Also, there is not only one generative operation. I can also let each sketch rotate by axis to generate a more attractive object based on the meaning of the database origin. The object can be the public installation to place the data source city square or natural landscape. According to various environment, we can provide different way to install the object as well. And I've already connected with factory to making a prototype, but unfortunately, it's not finished yet. In addition, social media is always a popular and powerful tool in these years. For the people who cannot go to see the physical installation, they can also see it in the social medium, such as the TikTok, Snapchat. In the social medium, they can use the app to see the AR version object or make it as a camera filter. For the AR version, there is no physical limit anymore. The object can keep changing the form based on the current AQI data. The user and the environment's reflection will be destroyed in the object. For my continuing research, there are three directions that I can keep exploring. I will keep working with CS professional to develop the generative program plus the physical object producing to make a 3D generative system. Also, I think the object is a new way to achieve the goal of the data visualization. I may try to apply more interactive design feature into this part. Last, I do think the generative method can apply in market to provide the service of high product customization. The example that I'm showing here is the flower vase that I generated by my birthday date. I believe this 3D design generative method has potential to export more interesting ideas in various fields. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.